Will the Harry Potter TV show be Dumbledore's origin story, or could it be an adaptation of The Cursed Child? And why does JK Rowling hold all the cards here? Hi, I'm Dylan. Let's alohomora all the secrets. The Dumbledore rumor. Before the news broke of a brand new Harry Potter series being in the works at HBO Max, another rumor was doing the rounds for about 4 months already. Reportedly, Warner Brothers was considering a Dumbledore origin series starring Jude Law. While this bit of news didn't have a reliable source attached to it, it's certainly raising a few eyebrows now. Could the Dumbledore show be what HBO Max is actually planning? Well, slow down for a minute there, partner. Even if it's in the pipeline, it's unlikely to happen before the Fantastic Beasts movies finally close their chapter. With the third film suffering numerous delays, there could be many spoilers and reveals that the series still want to address, so it feels like it's further away from happening than it should. That being said, it could turn into an Obi-Wan Kenobi situation at Disney+, where it's mentioned so many times that it eventually turns out to be true. If Warner Brothers is serious about exploring the wizarding world on its streaming service, a Dumbledore series does sound like a given at some point. But will it be the first Harry Potter TV show? Hey, maybe someone should ask Jude Law about that. The old cast's thoughts. In Hollywood, there are only two certainties: more movies and reboots. So no one's too surprised when a popular property is dusted off and revisited. Even the Harry Potter actors talk about a possible TV series as if it's an open secret in their circle of friends. Daniel Radcliffe believes we'll still see a full reboot of the movies in his lifetime, but he doesn't think there's anything to be gained by rehashing it right now. Instead, he thinks a different approach is better. Chatting with TV Guide, he gave his 2 cents. I feel like there are other stories from that world that you could absolutely turn into a TV series, 100%. A series with the older generation? That could be very cool. It's interesting that Daniel mentions this, because that's the approach taken by others, such as Disney, where it's chosen to revisit new stories within the Star Wars universe instead of just recreating the past with newer actors. When it comes to the wizarding world, however, there's one specific tale that fans have been dying to see come to life for years. But stick around because we'll be discussing that a little later on. Deny, deny, deny. If you approach anyone in Hollywood for comment on a juicy rumor, be prepared to have them lie to your face. Until all the T's are crossed and I's are dotted, no one's allowed to breathe a word about a possible project, just in case negotiations break down before it's official. In much the same way, Warner Brothers and JK Rowling have been denying the possibility of a Harry Potter TV series for a few years now. Rowling even tweeted, right after the opera Potter on Ice and the interpretive dance version of Beetle the Bard, hashtag not actually happening. Whenever a hint drops in the press, they're very quick to deny that it exists or is even being planned. This time, though, everyone knows they're bluffing. Quite simply, Harry Potter is the most popular and profitable franchise that Warner Brothers owns. There's absolutely no way that it isn't considering what to do with it, especially with a brand new streaming service that's begging for exclusive and highly sought-after content. However, Warner Brothers did slip up momentarily and let us know there's something big on the horizon, and we'll be covering that next. Warner means business. The streaming wars are well and truly on. Amazon, Netflix, and HBO Max are in the trenches and doing everything in their power to push out the best possible content to lure the subscribers to their platform. Now, we all know that networks hire specific people to lead their TV and movie divisions, but Warner Brothers has taken it one step further by hiring Tom Ashim to oversee just Harry Potter and the wizarding world. That's literally one person for an entire franchise. Now, this isn't just some boring corporate move. This means that Warner has huge plans for Harry Potter going forward, and a TV series is certainly only the starting point of something much larger here. Don't be surprised if you start seeing animated shows and other documentaries popping up on HBO Max in the near future. There's definitely a huge investment taking place, and it's possible that the streaming service could be building its plans around Harry Potter. Judging by all the moves being made and the rumor mill going into overdrive, looks like Potterheads are in for the time of their lives. I'm beyond excited right now. What about you? The Cursed Connection. There's one specific Harry Potter story in the series that hasn't hit our screens just yet. Yep, I'm talking about Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Released as a stage play, it follows an older Harry as he assumes the position of the head of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement at the Ministry of Magic. Many fans were disappointed that it wasn't released as a novel, but many who have watched it have enjoyed the play for what it was. But what does this have to do with the TV show? There's a tasty rumor going on that it could be the basis for the adaptation. Much like Disney kept the essence of Hamilton but brought it to life on Disney+, HBO Max could be doing the same with The Cursed Child. As a limited edition series, HBO Max would be the perfect platform for it. More importantly, it offers the opportunity for the previous cast members to reprise their roles in an organic way. They're all grown up now, and you won't need to digitally age them or do other weird things. You just give them the script and let them act. Simple, isn't it? But perhaps the cursed child isn't the first step in HBO Max's wizarding world. Maybe, just maybe, there's an older story begging to be told first. A different story. Generally speaking, Harry Potter fans are more than happy with how the film adaptations handled the source material, except for one specific section: the Marauders. They were largely absent from the movies, mentioned only in throwaway lines. Considering how fundamental they are to the lore of Harry Potter, it's something that fans have wanted to see explored for a long time. Many hoped for a prequel movie featuring the Fantastic Four, but a TV series is a much better option here. It'll allow for richer, deeper, and more layered storytelling, which helps the audience understand the characters and their motivations better. Plus, it creates a new part of the Harry Potter universe that every fan would love to know more about. And since JK Rowling has said she has no plans to write a prequel about the Marauders, this could be our only chance to get more info about them. And you just know that the internet is going to be on fire with fan castings about this one, with names like Ben Barnes, Andrew Garfield, and Aaron Taylor Johnson already mentioned in the past. Right now, this does look like the logical choice for the Harry Potter TV show, but time will tell. The rights issues. Unfortunately, there is a problem that could delay the release of the TV show. About 5 years ago, Warner Brothers signed the TV rights to the Harry Potter films over to NBC Universal in a deal thought to be around $250 million. It's worth noting that the deal is only to air the content and not to create anything new, but it has created a few headaches in the process. Last year, for example, a last-minute deal had to be struck between the two studios that allowed Warner Brothers to air the Harry Potter films for a short while when HBO Max launched. In this scenario, it's NBC Universal that holds all the cards. Now, there's one of two options here. The first is that Warner Brothers delays the release of a Harry Potter show until the film rights revert home in a few years. Alternatively, it has plans to accelerate the development of new Harry Potter properties so that it has something to show on its own platform. Frankly, I'm leaning towards the latter since that makes the most sense in the grand scheme of things, and Harry Potter equals money. Even so, this is a problem that Warner Brothers probably didn't anticipate having when it first sold the rights, but it might have another issue too. The final say. Most times authors sign bad deals with studios, giving full control of their intellectual property in exchange for a big payday. Well, JK Rowling didn't do that. Understanding what she had on her hands, she made a deal that saw her retain creative control over her creations, but still get a lot of money for it. Basically, anything that Warner Brothers tries to do with her franchise requires her approval first. While that's good news for her, it doesn't necessarily mean the same for fans. For example, if Rowling feels that she doesn't want the studio to explore an idea, such as the Marauders, that means it can't do it. So as much as Warner Brothers has plans for a TV show, the holdup could be Rowling herself who isn't feeling the ideas being presented to her. Though with the news leaking out that Warner is in early production of a show, it must mean the parties have all agreed upon some direction to explore. Here's hoping that there aren't any delays or disagreements down the line that mess everything up. The Humorous Pitch. Naturally, when the news circulated that a Harry Potter TV show was in the works, everyone had an idea of what they'd like to see. The best of the lot came from talk show host Stephen Colbert, who had a humorous pitch for anyone willing to listen. He and his team put together a trailer for what he'd like to see on HBO Max. The result? Fiends. Think of it as Friends, but with magic. Of course, the cast would be all Dementors, except for Ross, who'd be portrayed by Voldemort. Honestly, it's a bonkers enough concept to actually work. I mean, who wouldn't want to see all the ups and downs and love troubles of the Dementors? They have feelings and lives too, you know. It's not the strangest thing ever connected to Harry Potter, and it likely won't be the last. At this point, what the hell, just give us the Fiends show already. If you'd like to watch more about Harry Potter, check out our video that takes a look at the striking differences between the books and the movies. And let us know in the comments section down below what sort of topics you'd like to see us cover in the future. While you're at it, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for some more awesome videos. Thanks for watching.